Hello, it's Julie here from Do Business Like a Woman, and today I'm talking about how much should you charge in your new business, because this is a question that my clients ask me all the time, and I've noticed that new business owners really struggle with it, how much to charge. So that's what we're going to cover today. This is number 4 in a series of videos I've been doing this week about how to start and grow an online business that you love. So you can go across to my page, which is dobusinesslikeawoman.com, and you can have a look at the other videos which are there that I've done this week. So today we're talking about how much to charge. Now, if you haven't had a paying client yet, this is really hard because no one's actually paid you for your services yet. So there's a question in your mind about whether anyone will actually pay you. So it's a really, really tricky thing to know what to charge when you're just starting out. If you can relate to that, put a comment in the comments saying yes, and let me know that you know what I'm talking about. I struggled with this at the beginning, of my coaching business, and then more recently of my virtual assistant business. And it's something that people really, really struggle with. Now, there are all kinds of methods for figuring out how much you should charge for your services in your online or freelancer business. And so many of them are like you're up in your head and you're trying to figure it out and you're looking at the competition, and none of that is going to help you. You will just be stuck in your head and you will not get an intuitive answer. I've seen people spin on this issue for days and weeks and months. So that's not how I'm going to recommend you do it. And also what the competition are doing in the online space really doesn't speak to what you need to do and how much you need to charge. So I'm going to recommend a whole different way of getting your answer. Hattie says, oh goodness, yes, totally struggled at the start. Can so relate, Hattie, I know. Okay, so I will be sharing that method with you shortly. The thing that's really important is to find the rate that feels right for you to charge as an individual. And so in a lot of ways, okay, you can look at what other people are doing, see like roughly the market value for your service. But I find that often looking at what other people are charging can add a level of confusion. Once you've got the ballpark figure, so, if you know roughly what a virtual assistant might charge, a starting out virtual assistant, then you've got that idea. And so then it's to go inside and find out from your intuition what you need to charge and what feels right to you. Now, I would say that it's fine to start low if that feels more comfortable to you. When I started with this business, I was just looking to get my first clients through the door, and I was happy to start low. I had another job at the time, so I had my bills covered, and I was happy to start at a lower rate, get the clients in the door, get things moving, and then increase my rates. That's exactly what I did. And I was able to increase incrementally fairly quickly. So, I didn't have to stick at that level that I started out with. Now, there is a pitfall to watch out. There's a mistake to watch out for here. Just know that if you start a client low, it's very hard to then increase your rate once you're actually working with the client already. That's much harder to do than actually starting off by charging a higher rate, believe it or not, because oftentimes people will be willing to pay the higher rate, if they're excited to work with you and they believe it's a fit and that you can help them solve their problems. But once you've started, it's very, very difficult to then increase the rate. It's a mindset thing. It's really interesting. It's like they get used to paying that lower rate and they don't want to increase it. It feels painful to them to then increase it. So I would say, if money's a thing for you, don't undersell yourself. Maybe do go in a little bit higher if the client is going to be a long-term client rather than just a starting client. And so that way, you won't get stuck working at a lower price and then sort of struggle to encourage the client as to why you need to raise your rates later. Now, it's not impossible. And certainly with coaching clients, you can let them know, right, I'm going to be raising my rates, or even with VA clients, with any clients really. But it's just more difficult. And particularly, I'd say, with the VA clients. So that's something to bear in mind. Just to give you some examples, when I launched as a VA about 3.5 years ago, this time around, I actually started, as I said, I had a full-time job as well, but I started at £15 an hour for my very first client. Super low rate, like crazy low rate, but I just wanted to get going with it. And then very quickly, that client actually went up to £20 an hour. My next client was £25 an hour. Then it was £30 an hour. Then it was £40 an hour. Now the only way to work with me as an online business manager, my smallest package is $500 a month, and it goes up from there. To work with me as a coaching, to have me as your coach, my packages start at £2,000. So, and that's for a 3-month package. So you can see it's fine to start off really low if that's where you're at. If you're brand new, or like me, you just want to kind of get back into it and you just want to get started, and then increase with every new client you get. It doesn't have to be a slow thing. It can happen quickly. So, just picking a rate that feels comfortable for you to say. And okay, like when you first do sales calls, it never feels comfortable at all to ask for money for some of us, right? But picking a rate that is a bit of a no-brainer really. So you don't put that added pressure on yourself of like, oh, am I really worth it? And is anyone really going to pay me that? And all of those kind of doubts that go around in our head. And remember, your rate isn't set in stone. So let's get to the exercise that I recommend you use, and I recommend this for all my clients, to discover what you need to charge. And we're going to tap into our intuition here. So we're going to come out of our heads and into our bodies. And I'll invite you to close your eyes if you want to, or just look down. Plant your feet flat on the floor and just relax your body. Big deep breath in and exhale. Couple more deep breaths in. Feel that air going through the body, just sinking down into the body, letting go of any thoughts, any mental chatter. Just breathing, finding that space inside of you. So we're dropping down into the body now. We're feeling, we're present. What does it feel like inside? If you notice any thoughts coming up, scampering around the brain, that's fine. Just sink back down, keep breathing. Feel that connection to the floor, to the earth, through your feet, flat on the floor. And then when you're ready, you can put your hands across your chest and just play with some of the rates in your mind. So, if you're a virtual assistant and you were thinking, brand new virtual assistant, and you were thinking, I don't know, maybe like £20, maybe 30, I don't really know. So play with some rates in your mind. So literally ask yourself, and you can say it out loud, okay, I'm in front of a client, I'm going to charge them, I'm going to say to them, my rate is £30 an hour. Say it, £30 an hour. How does that feel? And then sink into your body, and you will get a reaction in your body. It'll either be like a yes, or it'll be like an uncomfortable, oh, no, that's not the right rate. And it may be too low, or it may be too high. But either way, you'll get some kind of reaction in your body. You'll get an internal yes or an internal no. And depending how used to you are, that's not it at all, but how often you're able to check in with your own body and tap into your own intuition will let you know, you will be able to sense that yes or that no more easily, depending how used to it you are to doing this. So this is all about coming out of your head and stopping the spinning of thoughts and really checking in with your intuition, with your body. And so just keep doing that. You know, try it for £40 an hour, try it for 20, try it for 15. You'll get an answer. You'll get a yes or a no from your body. Now, if you're not used to doing this, you might not be able to feel it. And I know there are some different exercises. There's like arm testing, isn't there? And there's the thing where you stand up and you close your eyes and you just stand and you ask the question, and if your body tilts forward, it's a yes, and if it tilts no, it's a backwards. I think that's how it works, but if someone knows different, drop a comment and correct that. So they're all different ways, but the point is your body, your intuition knows the answer. It knows what you should be charging for where you're at right now. So do that. And this is all the practice for us feminine business owners, us entrepreneurs, for really being present and checking in to our bodies and our intuition, not being in our heads, but being guided by that intuition. So ask what you should charge. You will get the answer. Go ahead, go out, do some sales calls with clients, offer that rate. You'll soon know if it's not the right rate for you. You'll get that feedback and you'll get that answer within yourself. And as I said before, it's not set in stone. So the only other thing I wanted to talk about was, should you package your services? My short answer to this is yes. However, when you're right at the beginning, I don't think you have to. So like if you're brand new VA or a brand new coach, you can charge by the hour just to get started. However, once you get going and you've got your first clients, charging by the hour becomes super busy. You haven't got time for it. All the back and forth of arranging appointments, dealing with the kind of admin that surrounds that, it's just not worth it on an hourly rate. So as soon as you've got a full client schedule or even getting towards it, you will want to package up your services. And some people do that from the beginning, you know, and I've no problem with that at all. If you feel comfortable to sell packages from the get-go, I think it's a great idea. If you need to work up to that and get your first clients on an hourly rate or, you know, single sessions first, do that. But don't stay in that place, because it will, I think you'll find it difficult to earn the money that you need to earn to be profitable and sustainable that way. So very quickly moving up, moving up, moving up. If you have found today useful, please leave me a comment, because it really helps the Facebook algorithm and everything. So if you found it useful, leave a comment, share. Also, if you have been dreaming of starting an online business that you love, or you're brand new in your business, you're near the beginning, you're a coach or a virtual assistant, you're wanting to get started, go and get my freebie. This is going to be really good for you. In it, you will read more about my story of how I was able to launch as a successful freelancer, fill my client schedule within a couple of months, and leave my job. Soul-sucking job. You can read about that. You'll also get my super simple 4-step process to starting an online business you love, and you'll get the 5 steps to freedom, all for free in that guide. So I have put the link in the description, and I'll put it in the comments. Or you can just go to my website, dobusinesslikeawoman.com, and you can get the guide there. Just click on the button that says, I need help starting my business. So go get that freebie and leave me a comment to let me know how this has landed with you. Are you charging yet? Have you had your first clients? I will see you next time. Remember to go and watch the other 3 videos in the series. They're over on my Facebook page, Do Business Like a Woman. And I'll see you tomorrow. Lots of love. Bye-bye.